All right, for our second example, we're going to do as much as we can on paper, and then we're going to switch to Desmos. So there'll probably be 2 videos for this particular problem. Okay, so we have an archer who releases an arrow 5 feet above the ground. The arrow leaves the bow at an angle of 15 degrees with the horizontal and an initial speed of 225 feet per second. Find the distance the arrow travels and the total time in the air. Okay, so we have got time going on because we want the total time in the air. We also have an angle. Okay, and we have an initial height of 5 feet. So there's a lot going on here. So we're going to use the parametric equations that have been given to us, which have to do with parametric projectile motion, that describes them in a parametric way. So we have x is equal to, now notice the parentheses here, this is really important. Okay, v sub 0, which basically means initial velocity, or v naught, you'll hear people say. Okay, then we have an angle theta. Now it's the angle with the horizontal in this case because of what we're doing. All right, and then t is time. And that's what we're interested in. And then h is the initial height. So that's, our archer is probably, around, 5'6", 5 foot, something, because they're extending their arm and they're shooting an arrow. The arrow flies off the bow at 5 feet off the ground. Okay, so let's set this up. Okay, so x is equal to, the initial velocity is 225 feet, cosine 15 degrees. Make sure you close your parentheses times the variable of t. Okay, now 225 cosine 15 degrees is a constant. Okay, it's not a variable, it's an actual number. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to figure out what that number is because we're going to let Desmos do it. Okay, and then y of t. Okay, so now since we got our equation set up, we want to find the distance that the arrow travels and the total time in the air. Now, these, you can graph them by hand, but, well, let's just put it this way. We have Desmos, so we might as well use it. Okay, so in the next video I'm going to show you in a minute, I am going to show you how to type in a parametric into Desmos because it's a little weird. If you have a graphing calculator, there's probably a parametric mode on that graphing calculator, so you want to find that. Okay, so we're just got it set up. Now we're going to use Desmos. Okay.